Hello, folks. I'm here to give you quick impressions and somewhat of an unboxing of the new scope that I bought. This is a budget scope, so I'm not really expecting a lot from it. I wanted a scope that I could use to knock around or whatever. I'm going to put this on my AK-47. So this is not going to be like super quality like the, let's say, a Bushnell or something of that nature. But I was at the Valley Forge Casino gun show on a couple days ago, and I just happened to see this product, and I just figured I would just pick it up and see what I can use with this. It's by a company called Osprey Global. This scope is going to be a 4x32 scope, and it has a fiber optic. And with budget scopes, some of them are going to be made from various countries. This one, of course, is made in China, and it is distributed by a company called Osprey Global. And as you see the address there, they're from Ground, Georgia. So let me just take this apart real quick. See if I could do this. As usual, I'm doing this one-handed. And as you see here, I tested it out at the gun show, but it uses a standard battery, a CR2032 lithium battery, 3-volt. And here are some. It comes with your cleaning cloth here, instructions, and some tools. Your tools are basically your usual Allen wrench stuff, things of that nature. Let me move this to the side so you can get a better view of this. And here is the scope itself. As you see, Osprey has their own little logo on here. It's a company that has been around since I went to their website, and their website stated that they were in business since 1994, and they do have a guy that represents them. He's a champion prairie dog hunter out of Texas, I believe. So if you really want to check that out, I'll give you the website in a few minutes. Yes, and that website's going to be ospreyscopes.com, ospreyscopes.com. And again, like I said, they are from Ball Ground, Georgia. At first, I thought I saw, it's Ball Ground, Georgia. And I just met a couple that was there. They were representing the company in some capacity or another. They're a really nice group of people. He's a Army vet, and he says if you can't afford like the big name scopes, this is one of the scopes you can go to. As you see here, believe it or not, I did a search on this on YouTube, and I could not find this scope on YouTube at all. So this is going to be the first video with the Osprey on there. But there are other scopes that look identical to this, and I call them clones. I'm not sure if Osprey is the original maker of this scope. I don't think they are. I think that a lot of companies out there, all the scopes look alike and they just put their logo on it, or manufacture it, or import it from China. Or they might be importing these from China, throwing their logo on there, and therefore they can put their name on it. But it is what it is. Like I said, I wasn't expecting high quality. This was a knock-around scope for me. It's going to go on my AK. And it cost me only $90 at the gun show. As you see here, here's the scope here. It's adjustable back here. And what I found interesting is for close quarters combat, there's a rear sight here. As you see, it is adjustable right over here. It is adjustable. You can adjust this sight And here's your adjustments for for windage, and your adjustment on the top to lock it in place for elevation. And there's a fiber optic right here. This fiber optic up top kind of reminds me of my XDM that I just bought. So it does have like this fiber optic front. And when you look down here, it has like a square notch, and then you can see your fiber optic sight right there. Now, with this right here, this reminds me of something like for a target pistol, or like I said, my XDM has that. So this would be basically used for close quarters combat type of deal if you wanted to use that instead of using the optic itself. Like I said, the optic is 4x32. This quality, they claim from here, I'm going to read you some of the specs on here. They claim here it's 100% shock recoil, fog proof, nitrogen filled. It's good to 100 yards. So like I said, I wasn't expecting a lot of super quality. It's just something that I would just use at the range to plink with. It's like I said, its distance is right good for 100 yards. I'm trying to find that. Yeah, there it is. Field of view, feet, 100 yards. And there are your other information on there if you want to. If you could pause your YouTube, and then you could read some of this. And it says reticle is fixed at 100 yards and ranges out to 600 yards. I read that wrong. Okay, you just turn the adjust knob and you'll be able to put it roughly at 600 yards. But like I said, it is of quality that is okay. I've seen their other products, and I am going to tell you to actually check out their website. And like I said, their website is ospreyscopes.com. And they had a couple decent long distance scopes. And this is for the budget-minded person, the person that does not have a lot of money, who can't afford maybe, let's say, a Strike Eagle or anything like that. If you just want a budget scope just to get you started, this would be the type of thing that you would get, or you can go to their website and find other scopes. To get back to this, and we just want to show you around here for height and elevation. This is for windage right here, and this is for elevation. This is basically to help your dot scope move up and down, so you could get a good sight picture. It is captured adjustments, so all you would have to do is probably stick a screwdriver in there to make your proper alignments. And sometimes the capture thing is really good because you won't have to worry about knocking it off or anything, knocking it off its position where you set it. Has a Picatinny type rail system right here on both sides. You have your clamps right here just to clamp on the Picatinny rail system of your rifle or whatever firearm you're using. And I tried prior to get a better view. I don't know if you're seeing this very good, but there's your sight picture there. You can see it looks like a T. I'm going to, like I said, I'm doing this one-handed. I'm going to try to show you what it looks like illuminated. Okay, illumination of this sight comes in 3 colors. The 3 colors are red, which I have the red on right now. I don't know if you can see that. Red, blue, and green. And if you can see this, here's your green. And if you can see this again, if I can get this, here's your blue. I'm trying to focus it. Sorry about that. but this is your blue. It comes up like crosshairs. Uh, it has various settings here. As you see, there are the colors right here for red, and you can see there's your color settings for green and whatnot. This it stopped to stop the power. It stops at the letter of the color. And just to give you a better view of this, if you look right here, it shows you how the reticle is, how it measures out to the distance. And like I said, I made a stupid mistake by saying it was only 100 yards, but actually it's good for 600 yards. I will be testing this later on in the future to see how this will work on my AK-47. This is why bought this. I bought this just to be on my AK-47 as a cheap knockaround scope, something that I could use for magnification, because I have a Strike Eagle, which is a really good quality scope. But I wanted something that was adjustable. I do have the Bushnell scope. That's basically just a dot. I have that on the AK. So I will be doing some reviews later on. But one thing I can say about this is it looks pretty good. It looks pretty sturdy. The company has somewhat of a good reputation from 1994. You know, a lot of people complain about Chinese products, but if it's just going to serve you for minor things that you want to do, then it's a good investment, especially at $90. You know, a lot of these scopes really cost could be anywhere from $200 to $600 for scopes. So if you can't afford something like that, this $90 scope would be perfect. Or you can go online, of course, at Amazon and to find these products cheaper. But like I said, I was at the gun show and it caught my eye because of this upper piece right here, where the rear sight is like a U-notch and you have your fiber optic. So I wanted something a little different for the AK, and we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I've seen this particular scope with a different name on it, so I'm not going to get too upset about that. It is what it is. So long as I'm not doing anything real special with it, it can be knocked around. It says it's shockproof. So I recommend you to go again to that site. It's called Osprey Scopes, and I'll give you a report later on it. Take care, folks.